Yeah, Wildcat, 1964. Nailhead, 1964. V8, 425. Wildcat.
No, no, Grizz. No, no way.
Come on, Charlie. He knows the car. He knows what it is.
I've taken this carburetor apart 3 times. And
Not the carburetor. Fuel lines need fixing.
Is that right?
Yeah, that way you can get pressure.
Charlie.
No, I don't care. No. There's no way, Grizz. He is not going to work in this shop with us.
Yeah, I could fix it for you if you like. I could definitely.
You know how
I could
to,
fix
don't
it
you?
for Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come on, Charlie.
No, this is our shop.
Charlie, look, Brock is going to be here in less than 5 hours. What other choice do we have?
Screw you.
Charlie.
I was director for Wildcat. I loved it. I was originally producer of it, and I was going to do it singularly. I hired KC Allen to write it, and he loved his writing so much that we decided to pursue it together as producers.
The idea for Wildcat came from just, the genre was serendipity.
And we found out what all the elements were, and we collaborated for about 10 minutes, 10, 15. He threw some things out. Kind of wanted some talent, like our 2 main actors. He wanted to be brothers. When I picked Brother Dwayne to be that character, we kind of went with, more of a racial angle and made these guys kind of hickish. And that really synced the story. And he's like, great, I'll be done in 8 hours. And 8, 10 hours later, I wake up to a script, and it was perfect. And it was the very first time I ever did a time competition where I didn't have an uneasy feeling about the script.
Dwayne is a fantastic actor. He's fantastic. And I really wanted to stretch out what he could do. So we decided to create a film about 2 brothers are on the run from Conyers, Georgia, and they hear a noise outside and find a homeless man rummaging through their stuff. They go out and they beat the tar out of him, and then it turns out that he's the only one that can fix the car that they've been having trouble getting running.
Brother Dwayne's part for the production was the toughest because he had to play this handicapped role. We had to work a lot together to find out where that's going to be, how that's going to play.
Dwayne is, as brilliant as he is, questions himself a lot as far as his abilities. And he ended up going and studying alongside some folks that had special needs so that he could really inhabit the character and know what to do. And he got Best Actor in Winterfilm that year. And I knew that the co-producer and director of the film, TJ, would want to film where he had space, which was at JMO. They've got lots of old cars and lots of storage and lots of space. So I was trying to think of what could we do in that space. And I started thinking about cars.
We had a bunch of cars, Buicks, to work with. We picked the Wildcat, and that's hence the title. We didn't come up with anything else jazzier. That car doesn't run at all, doesn't even start. We had to take a forklift and move it and drag it into the position that was in. It was neat to see my actors pull in crates and mechanical stuff and dress the set, and they made it their set. It was very much a team effort for the way the production looked, for the feel of it. Our cinematographer for Wildcat was Jason Baker, who grew up in New Knoxville, Ohio, and worked with Casey a little bit, and now he does a lot of other projects. So we shot the Wildcat on FS7.
I suppose the only difficulty really was getting us started. It seemed to take a very, very long time to get us started. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? We had to set the set. Some people thought we actually filmed in an auto garage, and we didn't. And we had to make it look like an auto garage. Being a producer in Winterfilm 3 was fun. Now, I wrote the film too, but stepping back, and I've been a director. And I have been a director now for, 15, 16 years. Commercial stuff, narrative stuff. So to step back and pull myself away from that role and that was hard. It was difficult. It was stepping outside my comfort zone, for sure. Because, different directors do things different ways, and you want to have a say. Let's do this, let's move it. But being a producer, a whole different experience.
Oh, Winterfilm is great. Winterfilm is just amazing. There's a good feeling here. When you go out between breaks, you know, people talk with each other. Oh, you did that movie. Oh, you did this. Oh, what movie were you in? Oh, that was great. I love this scene. We got 5 awards and we got 8 more nominations. Best Director, very proud of. Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Score, and
If I had to tell any story maker anything is, if it's in your head and not on the screen, it's not a movie yet. It's in your head. And you can't see a movie that's in your head. If you have an idea and you want the audience to understand it, you have to find some way of telling them what you're doing. You have to put what's in your head on the screen. That's immensely important. The second thing that's mostly important is a beginning, middle, and end. Every movie has to have a beginning and a middle and an end. If you're writing and you've never read a screenplay book, Robert McKee's Story, Sid Field screenwriting, Blake Snyder, Save the Cat. You gotta learn how screenplays are written and where the beats come in.
Ohio filmmaking is growing. I think there's a lot of outside influence, which is what we need to get monies in to help other movies are coming in, other features are coming in, you know, where we're growing and maturing.
I think Ohio filmmaking has come a long way, but it has so much further to go. So filmmaking in Ohio is very, very much in its infancy. We just need to give it a bottle, let it grow, and in time, we'll get there.